Girls, it's Mrs. Jenkins from Tuscany Hills. Today I'm going to start doing some video lessons like Mrs. Curtis has been doing. I am going to be doing the life cycle of a butterfly. These lessons are for the kindergarten students at Tuscany Hills and the TK. So that's Mrs. Jenkins, Mrs. Mycroft, Mrs. Curtis, Mrs. Nicholson, Mrs. Williams. But we're putting these lessons on YouTube, so actually anybody can watch them. I want to show you that I'm kind of set up my office like a little classroom. So I'm going to turn the camera like this and just show you. Before we start the lesson, I want to show you, I've got a couple of posters that I wanted to show you. This is the life cycle of a butterfly. Basically, these posters are the same. I think I'm going to go to this one. So it shows the stages, okay? Eventually, we're going to have beautiful butterflies. But of course, they start out like teeny tiny eggs. And I know those eggs don't look very small on the poster. They made them big so that you could see them. But really, if you had a green leaf and you saw the eggs, they'd be just the size of maybe like a little tiny piece of rice or a kernel of popcorn. That's about how small they are. And then out of the eggs come a little tiny caterpillar. And the caterpillars eat and eat. They have one job to do, and that is to eat and to grow. So over the course of a few weeks, they're going to grow into nice big caterpillars. And when they're ready, they hang upside down from a leaf and they form a chrysalis. And they stay inside the chrysalis for another week or so. And out of the chrysalis will come a beautiful butterfly. And I have a couple of the other posters I think we'll save for a while because I'm so excited to show you. I set up a little table, a little station. This is going to be the butterfly house. Once we get butterflies, they're going to live in this little house. Okay, got a poster that I'm going to show you the timeline. I have a lot of butterfly books that we're going to be reading. But now I'm going to show you the caterpillars. They just arrived today. So I ordered these from a company called Project Earth. And I ordered them at the end of March and they just came. And in this cup, it's a clear plastic cup. There's a lid on there with holes. And there are 6 teeny tiny caterpillars. Now we don't get the caterpillars, we don't get to see the eggs because the company has the eggs there, and as soon as they come out of the eggs, they ship them, FedEx, in 2 days. So these caterpillars, I would say, are just 2 days old. Okay, can you see them? 1 on the side of the cup, 2, 3. If I turn it around a little bit, there's another one at the bottom. 4, and then I think I saw 2 up on top. No, now I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 on the side, and 1 up there. There they are, there are 6. Now that brown stuff at the bottom is actually the food that they're going to be eating for the next few weeks while they are growing. And that is just food that the company puts in there. I'm just guessing it's a lot of crushed up leaves because that's what caterpillars in nature eat. In fact, when the butterfly lays the eggs on the leaf and the caterpillars come out, they eat those leaves. Whatever type of leaf that butterfly lays the eggs on are the leaves that the caterpillars will eat. So we're not really sure what kind of leaves those are. Okay, so there are 6. Now we could measure them. I'm thinking if I put a ruler up there, they'd be about a 1/2 inch. And we will eventually measure them, but for now I just want you to see. Okay, now I'm going to step over here to my desk. And we are going to be keeping a journal. Now, boys and girls, of course you don't have to do this. It just is going to make it more fun, give you more to do, and it's a way of keeping track of how the caterpillars are growing and the stages of the life cycle. So parents, I wanted to show you, I have 3 different journals here. So maybe in the next few days, your child can work on getting one of these types of journals. I'll show you the first one. I found this just by typing in butterfly life cycle into a Google search, and up popped a whole bunch of different journals. You could also just try butterfly journal. This was free. It came with different types of pages. It had a cover, and in different pages there were some with lines and some without. I chose the one with the lines. So I think this is kind of my favorite. I'm going to be using this one. I also found one like this. It's like a quarter page, and it also has lined paper and a place to draw a little picture. And then this one is pretty neat too. I made this one, and this one was absolutely free. It didn't cost me any money except for the paper. I took, I think, 6 sheets of paper and cut them in half, stacked them up, put some staples on the side, and drew a picture. I wrote my butterfly journal. I drew a butterfly, a little sunshine, some flowers, and I'm actually going to decorate that butterfly on another day. Okay, but I drew it with just 3 body parts and the wings and the antenna, and then I'll show you how we can decorate the wings. Okay, so I did not put any lines in here, but you could. You could have your parents draw some lines on there, because I know it's hard to write when there's no lines on the paper. Okay, so what I want to do is I'm going to use this journal because I really like it. Okay, and I'm going to start at the top. It says day, and I'm just going to put the number 1. You could also write the date. I think I might do that too. We'll do both. Okay, today is April. We know that April starts with a capital letter. Okay, April. I also have a calendar sitting right next to me so I can look. And then I'm going to put a little space. I'm just going to use one finger. 16th with a comma, and 2020, 2020. There's the date, and it's day 1. Okay, now the first stage, of course, in the life cycle are the eggs. Here it shows how small they are. And we did not get to see the eggs, so we're going to go on to this larva stage right here, okay, which is a caterpillar when it's just really tiny. So I'm going to circle. Right now we have 6 little tiny caterpillars. Okay, now in the right here in the picture, I'm going to draw them. And there's 6. Okay, there was maybe a few down here on the bottom. I'm going to make little faces on them. Okay, there was 1, 2, 3. They're pretty small. There was one kind of on the side of the cup. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll put another one over here on the side of the cup. And then there was one at the top. Sometimes when kids see them at the top, they say, Mrs. Jenkins, they're making their chrysalis. But boys and girls, that's going to take a while. That will take a few weeks before they get to that stage. So did I get 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I'm just going to write a sentence up here. I'm going to write we, and we means all of Tuscany Hills Kindergarten. We. Now, I went to school the other day and got some things I was going to need, and I went ahead and got myself a stick. So I've got my popsicle stick right there. Have, and you guys know this is one of our kindergarten sight words. So if I sounded the word have out, it would be H-A-V. But we know there's actually an E that you don't hear on the word have. Okay, 6. Now 6 is not too hard to spell, so I'm going to sound it out. So we've got a S, a I, a short I sound, and a X, which is X. Okay, we have 6 caterpillars. Now, boys and girls, caterpillar sounds like a hard word, and it sounds like a really long word, but you can break it up into syllables. Cat-er-pillar. Okay, and I'm just going to start with the first syllable, cat. And we know how to spell cat. Cat. A lot of you guys know this one, E-R. Pill. Ill. Now, I just hear one L, but if mom and dad are around, they could tell you there's actually 2. A-R, caterpillars. The neat thing about doing this on video, boys and girls, if you don't get it, if I go too fast for you, you can just watch it again, right? I'm going to turn this light on and see if that helps. Oh, that's okay. Next time I will. We have 6 caterpillars. Okay, I'm going to put a period. Now, if you didn't want to write that word 6, you could just put the number 6. What I'm going to do is put it like in parentheses right here so you could see it both ways. We have 6 caterpillars. Now, you could stop right there, or you could write one more sentence, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to say they. They is also one of our sight words. It's like the word the. Okay, I'm going to start with the, and I'm going to put a tricky Y on the end. That Y makes the E make an A sound. Tricky vowels, right? We have 6 caterpillars. They are, you guys know R, right? A-R-E. Okay, and I am going to, I could say they are little, they are small, but I'm going to say they are tiny. Ein. And I hear an E at the end, but guess what? It's a tricky Y. That Y sounds like E. They are tiny. And I could put a period, but I think I'm going to use one of these. Remember what that's called? An exclamation mark. Now, I could go back and color this. I could put the food down here at the bottom and color it brown. And the caterpillars, did you notice? They're sort of almost a gray color. So I might go back and color that in. And the next time I see you, then I'll have maybe some of this stuff colored, and we'll do another lesson. They are going to grow quite a bit. So I'm going to see you guys again next week, and you'll see how much the caterpillars grow. And then what I think we'll do is use the ruler to measure them. Okay, boys and girls, it was really fun doing this lesson for you. And so till next time, we'll see you. Bye-bye.